much. Chairman Westerman, you're recognized to speak to any amendments you care to address.
Thank you, Chairman Cole, and thank you to all the members of the Rules Committee for the many hours that you put in on this committee, and also an appreciation to the Appropriations Committee, who has gone through the process better this Congress than any time since I've been in Congress. And as you know, we've got about 70% of those appropriation bills passed out of the House. The Senate's lagging behind us by about 70%, but hopefully during this 45-day window, we'll get the rest of the appropriation bills finished up. I'm here to speak in support of my amendment, an amendment that I would describe as intentionally punitive with a just cause to protect the integrity of the legislative branch, and more specifically the House. Amendment 24 to the fiscal year 2024, or Amendment 27, excuse me, to the fiscal year 2024 Energy and Water Development and Related Agencies Appropriation Act reduces funding for the Bureau of Reclamation's policy and administrative account to fiscal year 2022 levels. At the Bureau of Reclamation, the policy and administration appropriation finances Reclamation's centralized management and administrative functions that are not chargeable directly to a specific project or program, and this includes the Office of the Commissioner. You may be asking why the chairman of the House Natural Resources Committee is here asking for an administrative funding cut to an agency under our jurisdiction. And as you know, one of Congress's most vital responsibilities is oversight of the executive branch, making sure that they are accountable to the American people and ensuring federal agencies' decisions remain open and transparent. Congressional hearings are an important tool which we use to engage directly with administration officials and conduct oversight on policy objectives, openly debate legislation, and spotlight waste, fraud, and abuse occurring in agencies. These officials have an obligation to be responsive to Congress, engage in the oversight process, and be accountable to the American people. However, when the House Committee on Natural Resources, Subcommittee on Water, Wildlife, and Fisheries invited the Department of the Interior to testify on legislation within the purview of the Bureau of Reclamation, they made the choice not to appear. The hearing was held on April 11th, 2023 in Tulare, California, and considered H.R. 215, which is Congressman Valadeo's Water for California Act. This legislation addresses the operation of the Central Valley Project, which is a federal water project owned and operated by the Bureau of Reclamation. The legislation is not only critical to the Central Valley, but to the entire country's food supply. However, even with ample notification with an invitation sent 2 weeks prior to the hearing, the Bureau of Reclamation failed to appear. The Bureau of Reclamation employs roughly 5,000 employees, so they clearly had the ability to send a representative. While written testimony was submitted the day before the hearing, it was a poor substitute for engaging with the committee and its members. Non-federal witnesses who appeared at the hearing repeatedly mentioned the Bureau of Reclamation, which daylighted the missed opportunities for dialogue between the agency and the people they serve. This administration's clear pattern of disregard for congressional oversight indicates entitled leadership, which lacks accountability to the American taxpayer. My amendment sends a clear message to the executive branch that blatant disregard for congressional oversight is unacceptable. I would hope that this would be a bipartisan sentiment. Thank you, and I'm willing to answer any questions. I yield back.
Thank you very much.